can I just address the question about democracy? Is democracy under threat? No. What we're seeing is an evolution of democracy due to telecommunications technologies and social media and the influence of individuals. It's more of a redistribution of power, where now individuals have a voice, a virtual bullhorn that they can use via social media to create change and affect change. So is Mexico under the threat of moving away from a democratic society? No, no whatsoever. And what you were saying regarding, I totally agree with. His party platform was going to fix everything. And a funny story, I was working with the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency before he took over, and he said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Had great ideas and vision and passion, kind of like Obrador. And I said, sir, you're going to fail. And he's like, what do you mean? You're on my staff. You're supposed to be backing me up. And I'm like, you're going to fail. When you try to do too many things at one time, you're going to get nothing done. So, my recommendation to AMLO and to Mexico is take one issue, corruption. Fight that issue, and everything else you'll have a cascading effect, and it'll impact security, education, infrastructure development. And there is a solution. When people say, and we talked about this in the green room behind us, people talk about corruption. Corruption, everybody, all of you, raise your hand if you've never done something wrong, you're not corrupt. Nobody. Yeah, okay, right, sure.
We're all saints.
Yeah, by human nature, all of us are corrupt. Everybody's got a price. And the systems that are in place within Mexico, they promulgate corruption and this. So you cannot leave human beings to fix a problem that they, by their nature, can't solve. But there are technical measures that can be used to fight corruption. They're very effective. Just implement blockchain across the government. Now you have to have you'll be able to see every transaction that's being done. I worked on the political campaigns. We got paid in cash. They came to our hotel rooms and here's a bag of cash. I'm like, yo, dude, can't we just have a contract? And no, because nothing in Mexico is done on the up and up. And everybody's getting 10% or 20%.
No, let me just...
I was going to say everybody. There's a couple of people who aren't.
I mean, evidently there are cases of corruption. I wouldn't just say the country is altogether just one bag of corruption in which everyone is on the take. Let's...
No, it's not. Yeah, that's a mischaracterization. But I will say that permeates all levels of government and all levels of society. I mean, when the cop on the corner is shaking down the lady for 20 pesos, that's corruption. All right. When you go to the DMV to get your driver's license and you want to bump up ahead of line, then you pay 50 pesos. It's corruption. Do we look at it as corruption? Or do we look at it as part of the system? And we did an analysis in the Dominican Republic where the Odebrecht scandal, the millions of dollars paying for political positions, and we saw how people looked at corruption and how it changed, how it was once looked at as part of the system, as part of the culture, and then it was looked at as an attack on their personal dignity. And these are some of those things that we're seeing happen in Mexico. So, you have to look at it, and going back to, take one thing, fight corruption, and make that your, the thing that you champion.